Sup, y'all? I'm on my lunch break, but I just wanted to talk to you guys and say hello, update my deep dives. I've been researching a lot on the flat earth theory, and I think I am officially going to pay my $12 and become an official member of the Flat Earth Society. Yay. And I think the reason why I've decided to is because I would like to dedicate my free time in my studies to solving the mystery. Because, I mean, it's all theory. You know what I'm saying? The round earth is a theory, the flat earth is a theory. So I don't really see a harm in deep diving into theories because it's not a waste of time. I'm actually exercising my mind a lot. I'm reading physics books, I'm reading mathematics, I'm trying my hardest, I'm understanding energy. I'm going to try and put it in a book, so people can understand and follow what I'm trying to say. But I guess I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit on what I'm researching and how I'm coming about it. So, in my opinion, the earth is flat, and as above is below, but in a literal sense, meaning that if you cut it in half, the energy is a dome, so like this is the top, so of course it's the bottom. So it energetically it looks like a sphere. Like if you look at a magnetic map of the earth, that is a sphere, but the actual visual physical plane of the earth is flat. And what is up is the mountains, the buildings, the people were growing up. On the other side, I believe there's no people down there, so it's just growing rock. And as the mountains grow up and as the buildings get built, as something is forming in the physical down below. Have you ever seen Jordan Peele Us? Yes, Jordan Peele Us, and how they were tethered people, and they had the underground people and then the underground railroads that were failed in the early 1900s. But I feel like the earth has been explored to a point that only certain people know certain things. And right now I'm just using my intuition. Like I'm not trying to take it seriously or anything like that, because they do like to put people in jail. So I'm not going to do that. I actually am employed by a company that supports Einstein heavily, so I feel like there's nothing wrong in researching what energy is and piggybacking up on his research. But he researched, or he found out energy, right? Energy is equal to, or E is equal to mc squared, whereas the mass times the acceleration constant in space squared is equal to energy. So pretty much anything with mass, anything with weight in space has energy. And in my research, physically, people have aura. So it don't matter what kind of sorry, somebody's here. It don't matter whether it's you vibing at 528 hertz, whether you at the 1K, whether you're low vibrational when you still in 43 hertz, it really just depends. We all vibe at a certain thing, and our weight depends on the weight of our hearts. So the heavier our heart is, the lower vibrations we have, because E equals mc squared, whereas mass is lower, or if mass is cut in half, our direct proportional energy would be cut in half as well. So that's really it. Our mass of our heart, not the mass of our bodies. Where I'm not saying I'm 130 pounds, so like I have light energy. Like I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. But a lot of people think because they eat good, like they're vegan, that everything's good. That's not true, because it's mind, body, and spirit. So your spirit gotta be clean, and your mind, body gotta be clean, not just your body. But it's for them to find out later, I guess. Energy, depending on the mass or how heavy the energy is. Einstein had a complete formula for that. E equals mc squared plus pc squared, where p is the potential or the momentum of a moving part. So E equals mc squared is at standstill, whereas E equals mc squared plus pc squared is while it's moving. It's really interesting, right? So as it's moving, that's the part that I haven't got to yet. What is P and how do we do that? I haven't figured that part out yet. But we have a mathematic equation for energy, and we as spiritual people or conscious people by now hopefully know our chakras, know which frequency relates to which chakra, what healing or topic relates to which chakra, which meditation, which yoga pose, so like I think I'm on to something. But this relates to the earth being flat because it proves that energy is a thing, and how we are so dependent on something scientific as gravity that we don't calculate energy. Because to a normal scientist, in my opinion, energy is just like a voltage. Energy is a reaction, but to humans, energy is everything. I can send my energy. Both of us can sit into a room, but you'll start laughing out of nowhere because I sent my energy. You understand? In my opinion, we all have energy because we all are gods. So I'm trying to relate the religion with the flat earth to prove my theory, and mathematics as well, but that's going to be kind of hard. But I'm not going to put a number to God, you know what I'm saying? Like that. I don't really want to do that. Maybe somebody else that's interested can do that, but I'm not really into that. I feel like the earth is flat, and the thing that we have to understand is that liquid, water, and gas is the same thing. It's just different components or different phases of life. So when you talk about ice walls and you talk about religion, let's say Christianity, they say God separated the heaven and the earth. You can separate that through ice walls. Like water density is a thing. Like the water can be so high dense that a spaceship can't even get through it. A rocket, I think that Mercury, Mars, and Venus rotate the sun, and the sun is much smaller than what we know. Like, we try and say, like, the earth is small. Okay, cool, and it rotates around the sun, but flip that, you know what I'm saying? Think of the earth being this big thing, and the sun being this, tiny little bitty thing. And if you think about time, 24 hours, in this big-ass solar system, the earth is going to travel that far in ice. Or would it make more sense for the sun to be in a firmament rotating around the earth, giving a 24-hour day? And how do you know that, right? When you give the sun a 24-hour day, what is the sun? The sun is a bowling ball on fire, right? Now you look at the moon. Let's say the moon is outside the firmament, right? So with the moon outside the firmament, where is it getting its light from? But in the Bible, Genesis 1, 2, or 1, Genesis 1, 2, 3, whatever, it was like God created light, separated the light from the darkness. So in my opinion, light is separate from the sun because the sun gives off light, but the sun is not light within itself. What is light? Electricity. We can have electricity in the earth, yes, because it's a chemical reaction to something, same as the sun is like burning is a chemical reaction, whereas electricity is like a electrical reaction. So as we are able to have thunderstorms and lightning at the top of the earth, it would make sense that we have it at the bottom of the earth. Now, in my opinion, the sun is rotating at the top, and this light full of electricity is rotating or something at the bottom. And that's why we have phases of the moon, because every 28 days, that first sun, that electric sun, is burning bright on the moon. That's why the moon is gray and the sun is red, because the sun is burning, whereas the moon is just an object. And light is nothing until it touches something. You can point a flashlight all you want to, but you won't see what you're looking for until the light touches something. Okay, I can turn the lights off right here. I really can't though, right? Because there's other light. If this was pitch black, right, and I were to turn on like lights from the bottom, this is hard, but if I were to turn off the lights and pull a flashlight from under me, you'd only be able to see this part of me. Now, how my theory would go is either the moon is going around that light or the light moves. But because the sun moves, I don't know about the electricity moving. So yeah, I'm really getting far. I just wanted to let you guys know that it's time to join. I'm gonna pay my $12 and dig deeper in the research and start researching what the pre-Galileo theories were. But this proves a lot because this is directly related to politics. How we are teaching our kids, what we are doing as a society, what money our government is putting into certain things. Because if I can prove that the moon is outside of the firmament and we cannot get out of here, bodies are not allowed to leave Earth. What y'all been spending money on? Y'all telling me y'all went to the moon in 1969. You know what also happened in 1969? The ending of Jim Crow. So you had all this money. You had all these problems. But you made it to the moon. And you never went back. So it just don't make sense to me. And I like to tie religion into it because people think I'm crazy. But really, I'm just blessed. And I don't follow one religion. I follow them all because I'm going to respect whichever God you respect. Okay? Because all of them respect me. So, yeah, I just wanted to let y'all know that it's official. It's official. I don't really know what else to research, really. Probably just the planets like Mercury, Mars, and Venus rotate around the sun. The sun rotates around the top of the Earth. The moon is outside of the firmament, and it gets its light from somewhere else. Hence why we can see stars, too, because if stars are on the top of the Earth and there's light at the bottom, it would light up. We won't look we don't go up like this and look at stars to know what it is. We only look up, and when you look up and it's illuminated, it's not that the stars or the moon is giving off light. Suppose they are receiving light. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. No lie, I kind of took precedence over like the tarot readings and stuff because I stopped charging for tarot readings. I don't really see a point. You know, if you want a reading, you want to hear what we have to say, hit me up. You don't got to do all that. I'm not about to pay no money for a website just so y'all can feel comfortable as in being treated like a business. This isn't a business, baby. This is a way of life. Okay? So, I just don't want to scare people off with this whole flat earth thing. I just wanted to let y'all know that it's real. And that, I don't know, I'm doing the damn thing, okay? Shit.